computer. Great. All right, so happy Monday again. So let's all stand up. Make some room. We're gonna go into some Cossack squats. So we're gonna lean to our right side, trying to keep our ankles on the ground, and then we'll go to our left side. We'll do a total of 10 on each side. So 20 total, 10 on each leg. Again, we're trying to keep our feet on the floor. We're not lifting up our ankles. My knees are like, what are you doing to me?
Crunch, crunch.
Right, right. I'm not gonna lie, I miss doing pull-ups. I haven't done pull-ups in I think a month. So I'm excited to do that again one of these days. Anyway, speaking of crunch, crunch. All right, once we've done 10 on each side, let's make some room. We're gonna do 5 inchworms with 1 push-up in between. So walking our hands out to that plank, keeping our chest high, making contact with the floor, and then walking our hands back to meet our feet. Again, total 5 inchworms, 1 push-up in between. Once you've done your 5 inchworms with 1 push-up in between, I want us to go back to a plank. So we'll all meet in a plank, push-up position. All right, from here, we're gonna go into 20 shoulder taps, 10 on each side, trying to keep our chest level with the floor. And on that 20th one, I want us to walk our feet a little closer to our hands to where we're in an arch. We're gonna go into 5 pike push-ups, trying to bring our head to the floor as much as we can. Once we've done 5 pike push-ups, I want us to walk our feet to our hands, and then we're gonna go into 10 bootstraps. So bringing our hands underneath our feet, kind of like a gorilla pose in yoga. Having our legs be about hip distance apart. Good, everyone looks great. Once you've done 10 gorilla poses, 10 bootstraps, let's all meet at the bottom of a squat. We're gonna rotate our ankles side to side. Try to keep our chest high, not hunched over. And then from here, we're gonna go into 10 air squats. All right, from our 10th air squat, let's stand up all the way. We're gonna bring our arms up and down. And then trunk twist side to side. And then let's spread out our legs farther than hip distance apart. We're gonna do the windmill motion. Alrighty, okay. So let's bring our body back to neutral. So as another friendly reminder, we are doing a 20-minute AMRAP. So 2 overhead squats, 2 jumping lunges, 2 V-ups, and then 2 handstand push-ups or 4 regular push-ups, adding 2 reps each time. So what I want us to do now is to grab our object, whatever that might be. So dumbbell, kettlebell, laundry detergent. That's what I used for quite a while. Alrighty. So whatever that object is, I want us to bring it in our front rack position on the right side. And then we're going to bring it into overhead, locked out overhead. We're going to go into 3 overhead squats on the right side, trying to keep the chest high, bringing our hips below parallel. Once you've done 3 on the left side, I want us to go, right side. Let's go to our left side. Same thing, 3 overhead squats, trying to keep the chest high. Good, and then you can set your object down. And then if you're doing handstand push-ups, find some wall space. And if you're doing regular push-ups, you can stay where you are. For folks doing handstand push-ups and then the regular push-ups, we're gonna go into 3 of whatever motion that we're gonna be doing. So 3 regular, 3 handstand. Again, they can be kipping or they can be strict. Once you've done 3 of those motions, I want us to go into 4 jumping lunges with our knee making contact with the floor each time. If that's too tough on your knee, then what I want us to do is those stepping forward and stepping back. So just like a lunge in place. I don't want anyone to hurt their knees. And then finally, before we get started in just a few moments, let's all lay on our backs. So we'll show what that V-up looks like. Arms overhead, legs straight out in front of us. We're bringing our hands to make contact with our toes, really working those lower abs. So give me 4 V-ups. Again, doing our best to touch our toes. If we can't, that's okay, as long as you're still kind of simulating that straight to V motion. Awesome. Beautiful. How's everyone feeling?
Great.
Good. All right. Any questions before we dive in?
So overhead squat, then up of some sort, then jumping lunge, then V-ups.
Yep, and I'm going to share my screen too, so that way we can all take a gander at it. So let's share screen. All right. So it's 20 minutes. It'll be 222, 444, 666, so on and so forth. And then what I'll do is for the actual workout, I'm going to have the timer up. So as long as we are kind of following that order of movements then and adding to each time. So I'll give folks a moment. If you need to look at it, write it down.
So for the overhead squats,
Yeah.
If you're using like a kettlebell, you just alternate each time?
Yeah, great question. So I am going to have you do like 2 on one side. And then for the next round, I would suggest doing 2 on one side, 2 on the other side. So, and then trying to make it be even. If you want to do 1 and 1 for the first round, that's also okay. But you can also do 2 on the one side and then go back and forth for every other round. So, but yeah, that's a good question. Today's goal, I would really recommend trying to even it out. I'm right dominant. I always want to do everything on my right hand, but my left arm suffers as a result. That's a great question. Thanks for asking. Any other questions? No? Okay. All right. I'm going to switch the share screen to the timer. One moment for me. All right. Share screen. Cool. Can you all see that okay?
Yeah, awesome.
Awesome. Beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set myself up to where you can see where I'm going to be doing my handstand push-ups, which is going to be up against my closet. And then I have my kettlebell next to me. And then again, feel free to mute yourself. If you want to play your own music, I'm going to keep my microphone on so that way I can yell out times and all that jazz. Awesome. All right. So let's make sure we're good to go. Let me go back to have all these windows open. Where is it? There we go. Okay, cool. All right, friends. We're going to get started in 10 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. First couple rounds should go pretty fast. Good job, everyone. Good work.
Up
Good
next,
job, folks. 3
Ryan
minutes,
Hart,
3
Sarah
minutes.
Emery.
One minute. Good job, folks. 30 seconds. Three, two, one, and time. Woo. Good job, folks. All right. How'd everyone do?
I got
Fabulous.
22, but not. I think I lost count.
What was that?
I said I think I got up to 22s, but I lost count maybe.
That's awesome. Good job. All right. Whew.
Thank you.
I think I was finishing 18.
I was on
Alrighty.
18 too.
What was that?
Oh, I was on 18 too.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
So for a little bit, if we can, then let's take a couple moments. Let's bring our left leg out in front of us, bringing our right leg in, kind of in like a one-legged straddle. We're gonna try to lean our torso over to the left side, trying to bring our forehead, our chest down. Try not to force the stretch. Grabbing onto our toes. Maybe give our feet a little bit of massage from those overhead squats and those lunges. Thank you all for coming, PS.
Thank you.
No problem. And let's switch sides. Let's bring our right leg out, left leg in. Same thing, bringing our torso down. Try to bring our forehead to the kneecap, but try not to force a stretch. One side might be more flexible than the other. I'm like dripping on myself. And let's bring both legs out now. We're gonna try and lean forward, grabbing onto our toes, maybe reaching out in front of us, if that feels better. You might have a slight bend in your knee, that's okay. And let's bring both legs to center now. One more time. We're gonna inhale through our nose, raising our hands up. Swan diving down, forward. Again, maybe alternating a bend in those knees on each side. And let's slowly come out of that. Good. Alrighty, well, thank you all so much for coming again.
Thanks, Wade.
No problem. Have a good Monday.
So just curious, when you first